Hello and welcome back, ladies and gents. We've just had the second knife round come and go. We're about to jump live into Overpass, which was Heroic's choice of map. If you just joined us, map 1, Cobblestone, did go the way of Heroic in the end. And so Kinguin are just hanging on by a thread in DreamHack Malmö qualifiers. I'm Vince, again joined by Blair. Are you there, good sir?
I am right here, Vince.
Sexy. Sexy voice, Blair.
No. I have a question to ask. Do Heroic only go for armor pistol buys every pistol round?
It seems like it, yeah. This is the third time, right? They did it both times on Cobblestone as well.
Look at what Mod doing. He's just pushed in all the way. Oh, this could get ugly. He's making contact. He does have backup right behind him. There's got to be a slaughterfest here. Tapping away. Not able to get a single kill. The Yugi does reply back. And look at Nico go. Finds 2 quick kills. And Rallen is internally bleeding. The bomb is dropped right in front of Nico as well. This is not looking good for Kinguin. Nico reloading. Should be caught out here by Hyper. Hyper gets the damage in. He gets the kill, but now he's in a 1v2.
Yes, this is looking pretty rough to say the least, but he could be able to scamper away onto B, and with so much time left, of course, one of the good sides, I suppose, for terrorists is that all that went down in such quick amounts of time that he's got a minute now to really screw with the minds of Heroic and maybe catch them as they transition across to the site. If you can land this onto Snapbeat, and things start to get a little bit more interesting. He's still not sure where both players are. So he's just going to go for the outright plant. He's about to find out that the CTs are in hot pursuit. And Snappy comes in first. Doesn't get the outright kill. It's going to give him a chance. But Yugi is there right behind Snappy. And Heroic will pick up the pistol. But that was just lights out aggression from both teams.
Yeah, that was just nuts. Yugi. He does manage to clutch it out in the end. And I don't know what happened there, to be very honest. Heroic just pushed in. I've never seen a pistol round like that in a long time. And Hyper almost managed to clutch it out in the end. He did have a Molotov and a smoke as well. Not sure he used it when he went for the plant, but Heroic will come out on top. And I won't lie, I do like this aggression from Heroic, taking matters into their own hands. And now Kinguin, they get the bomb down, and they've gone for the force buy, the second round force. Interesting buy. Hyper once again dropping the AK-47 for Rallen. They have a UMP on Moose, and for the rest of them, Tech 9, a Deagle, and a P250.
Very aggressive. You know, obviously Kinguin with that bomb plant afforded them this, but a lot of teams would just hold fire and get AKs into the next round instead. So it really is going to be curious to see how they aggress into this. I love that Heroic are already playing aggressively though. Snappy into the short tunnels. Has S-Tag behind him, of course, going to be watching Connector. This position is very vulnerable. If you're on your own, you wouldn't see Snappy in a position like this for more than a few seconds. You definitely do need a tag team partner to be watching your back. But this allows, in such aggressive positions now, for the rest of the team to go A. The only issue, though, for Heroic is they're going to have something in the back of their mind saying, well, what if the nades do start to fly on B? We're out in the open, but it's going to be A, where the action is kicking off. Flashes and smoke starting to land. Modi in the bathrooms puts the bomb down. That is horrific for Kinguin, because now they're going to have to traipse back towards bathroom. And this is isolating them one from each other, segregating the terrorists into a 2-on-3. Rallen and Sparrow remain. And Rallen's going to be able to get them out of Nico dead and buried. 2-on-2 now. Both Kinguin players have Kevlar as a result of the force. But the bomb is under control of Heroic. And it's in bathrooms, Blair. This is going to be so difficult to pick up for Kinguin.
This is going to be really hard indeed. Although we do have Sparrow, who's actually made his way towards bathrooms from behind. He's flanking in, and Snappy... Oh, I don't think he's aware of this. I don't think he's aware of an S-Tag. He's not even checking behind. And now Sparrow, if he turns the right direction, I think they're going to walk past each other. Sparrow, he gets the kill. He doesn't know what the other guy is, and S-Tag is going to clutch it out. Heroic win another round, but it again came down to 1v1. Messy rounds. Heroic, I like the setup they had, but if the C4 had actually made its way towards to the bomb side from long, I think that round would have definitely gone the way of Kinguin. Yeah,
I completely agree with you. That entire skirmish and bathrooms dropping the bomb out pretty much just wrecked Kinguin. From that point on, all of the initiative, all of the aggression was taken from within them. They had to turn their attention into a retrieval as opposed to an aggressive take. But Kinguin, again, as a result of knocking Heroic down to just one player, knowing that they had to expend all their funds, both teams' economy sucks. So this is back into the air again. Of course, in terms of firepower, Heroic is certainly ahead. But Kinguin do have Tech 9s with a few nades behind it. So Heroic need to be very careful here. But if they can stave off this push, they're going to be able to set up some very good foundations for themselves on the CT side.
Absolutely. They are kind of playing almost semi-retake on the B-bomb side, because they have Snappy playing all by his lonesome. They have a couple of guys from Heaven. That is Modi and S-Tag ready to rotate back to the A-bombs, and they're playing very passively. They are expecting a potential force spy coming from Kinguin by the looks of it, and Kinguin, they're getting a lot of map control, but not doing much with it. We do have Rowlin with the Tech 9 towards bathrooms, making a little bit of noise, but the bomb is slowly making its way back towards T-spawn. Wait, what?
I assume we're having a timeout here? I mean, that's the only explanation I can think of, because S-Tag just got railed by his teammate, like, straight up, just destroyed. Yeah. Modi's now just running into mid and dying. I'm hoping for my own sanity, Blair, that this is a timeout. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell to think.
Yeah, should be a timeout. There's no other explanation. So, yeah, we should be having a reset. Match medic. Back in, maybe a restore coming in here. But yeah, Kinguin, I think they're still going to stick with the force buy here, because they know Heroic don't have much to work with.
Yeah.
It's curious, it's taking a bit for the restore to come in.
Yeah, that's what really confuses me, because typically you're not going to see players move into sort of their standard positions and play the round seriously. If it's a pause, you're expecting everyone to stay at spawn or just start dicking around with throwing nades and stuff, but that was a little bit odd. I feel like that was 20-25 seconds into the round when the team kill came in.
Yeah, and there wasn't any damage dealt out to anyone either, so...
Yeah.
See the players just waiting around, waiting for the restore to come in. It is still 2-0, for those of you just tuning in, wondering what the hell just happened there.
People say match fixing and I Buy Power version 2.0. Keep it coming, guys. Yeah, there we go. That's the restart. I can't wait to see chat just fill with dust now. I wish that dust was viable as a map.
Oh, not me, man. I have nightmares.
Triggered.
Nightmares 1.6 on dust. Holy Christ. All you gotta do as a CT is have the auto sniper just camp at the P-bomb site. There's no way anyone's getting in. But just for the lulz, I would like to see dust being played.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Screw it, let's go. Let's just put dust in the pool for Malmö. Let's do it. Banned every single time, of course, but there you go. So just waiting, guys. Again, if you just joined us, quite an odd round to say the least, but clearly someone was having some technical issues. So it is going to get reset, match medic up, and then we'll be ready to jump back in. It was 2-0 on the second map. First map went the way of Heroic, after Kinguin had a pretty lightning start. I mean, they were 5-0 up at one stage in their T-half, but Heroic weathered the storm. I think 8-7 was the score at half-time, and then their T-side just really took over, and Kinguin never seemed in it. I think Kinguin only won one round on their CT side. Do correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so as well. Let me just check real quick here.
And while Blair is checking that, we are waiting for the server to get fixed with all the right money fund amounts, and the same buy will come in. So Kinguin, who got both rounds very close, both the pistol and the second round, went down to 1v1, 2v2 sort of scenarios. They went for another force buy. Heroic have very little funds, but it was effectively Tech 9 and Kevlar with a few nades up against AKs, sorry, not AKs, pardon me, M4s and UMPs. So, be curious to see if Kinguin can get anything done with that. I assume they will just buy up the same.
Yeah, I'd assume as well, because obviously Heroic, they knew it did come down to 1v1, and just looking at the scoreline, they did win 2 rounds on their on the CD side, but it wasn't enough in Cobblestone. I think Heroic just ran away with it.
Yeah, Heroic pretty much just stamped their authority on that. There were a couple of questionable buys, though, from Kinguin. Remember us both discussing that. They went for sort of forces with UMPs, very aggressive sort of buys on the CT side, which really cost them dearly. Another restart. Good times. Good times. We really want to see that dust, huh?
Yeah. You know what? I'd actually like to see like a full-fledged tournament on like some of the other maps, like Dust or Aztec. I think it would be pretty cool. Oh, like the 5-op meta, very viable on Aztec city side.
Aztec, everyone with AWPs and auto snipers, good to go, of course. Just sit in every position, clean house.
Very balanced.
The trigger would be real. I used to hate playing that map. I mean, it's kind of legendary, right? In CS, it's one of the old school maps, but I just don't see how that will work in competitive now.
I think the one map which I really miss is Tuscan, which is huge in both Source and 1.6. It was a great map as well, but The who owns the map? Is it Brute? Who owns the map and who's not given the rights to anyone? I really wish that Valve just buys it out and makes their version of it. I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see Tuscan. I think a lot of people agree with that as well. It's one of those maps that you definitely could see become viable competitively, but for whatever reason hasn't happened. As you say, if he's withholding it, then that kind of sucks. What do you think of... obviously, we've got some downtime, guys. You're not missing anything, don't worry. We're still trying to get back on the server. But what do you think of the Wingman? Have you had much chance to play it, the 2v2?
I tried it. I tried the ones. I'm really confused which one's which, but the ones against the bots where you play with your teammate, like two guys against bots. The garden missions, yeah, that's the one. The garden missions, those are fun. I don't mind those. The Wingman, I don't know, man. It's kind of a little rough because the maps. I'm not a big fan of the maps. It's not that fun for me. But I do like the fact that they brought back scout knives. Scouts knives.
Oh yeah.
Although they call it the flying scoutsman.
Flying scoutsman. Yeah.
It's curious though, right? Like Valve have to always have their little twist to the naming. Like for example, Gun Game has been renamed Arms Race, and the Scouts Knives is now like the Flying Scoutsman. And it'll always be Scouts Knives to me.
See, I kind of like Wingman because it's such a change of pace. I just wish that they would incorporate more of the competitive maps into it. I think right now, I played one in Inferno, which is basically just a site where you're aggressing and defending a site. Other than that, I haven't really played any other ones that are on sort of known maps. It's kind of the canals and other maps like that, which I've just never played really more than once or twice. I like the idea for it though.
Actually, speaking of operations, like the one mission I really miss is the ones in the what do you call those? You know, it's the operation missions where you have to go almost like a single player campaign sort of thing. The ones in the we had in the previous operation.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. They're kind of the you can duo them as well. It's got like a storyline and stuff to it. You go
yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember playing with a couple of my friends, and we're just trying to beat each other's scores. So we actually mapped everything out, figuring out where the bots are going to come in from, what's the ideal way to go about it. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it's a compounds one. Right?
The compound maps,
yes,
yes.
Very cool.
Maps, yeah. They were really
I think a lot of people, myself included, were disappointed they weren't brought back for the latest operation.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I won't lie, it's been... how long did it take for the recent operation, the Hydra operation to come out?
Oh, too long, mate. Too long. I don't remember exactly. It was like a year plus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think well, yeah. Right. Speaking of updates, I think Valve just pushed out a new map veto update for the major taking place in 5 days.
Yes, they did. They also fixed the stickers that they screwed up. So I think they fixed the Gambit one. I don't know if you saw it, but it was proper triggering me.
Yeah, they fixed the Gambit one. They fixed a few players' signatures as well, apart from Zipix. I think he
get wrecked, Zipix.
Gave it a little too late.
Just get wrecked, mate. Just get fully bodied. Right, so we're back on the server. Hopefully, we're about to see 2-0 come up. And all the money put back in. I'm seeing the match medic is trying to fix the issues. Wait, what? Players now DCing. Awesome.
Fun times. Oh, that's Lord. Should be coaching.
Yeah, coach.
Yeah.
Come on, cuz. Give me some CS.
It's a long day for you, right? This is the first best of 3. Still got 3 more to go.
There's 4 best of 3s in total. I'm casting, streaming, and trying to observe when I can.
Get wrecked, Vince.
This room's like 50 Celsius already. I can't wait. Here's a horrible idea for you guys. If it gets too hot, I'm just gonna have to cast topless. That's something no one wants to see.
Well, there's no camera, unfortunately.
That can be arranged.
We'll actually get some views here.
Yeah, a cam show on, mate. Just me sat sweaty, topless. Okay, I'm actually grossing myself out right now. I think we are actually live. It's just that the score hasn't updated because we're having the same buy again. And judging from the players' movements...
we're live. All right, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are going to be getting live and underway. Hopefully that will remedy itself, because otherwise I'm going to get triggered having to constantly tally up stuff. But it is 2-0 for those of you wondering, and we are live again with Kinguin. Do go in for the same buy?
No, Vance, it's a new meta. Pistol round with guns.
Yeah. Let's just imagine that. That's like some CGS level stuff.
Oh god, don't remind me. But here we go. Kinguin. Ooh, aggression from Yugi. Finds Mouse, but he's completely blinded, but he will fall back. So this time Heroic playing a little bit more aggressively. Yugi inside a bat. He's back in the corner, but he's going to get himself pretty much a free kill. Gets another one. And just like that, everyone is dead. And the score's been fixed as well.
Yay!
Nice. 3-0.
Awesome. Apologies for that. I had to double escape because you had that classic Go TV issue where it just doesn't show health or armor or any of that stuff. Love it.
You just got to press control twice. I think that fixes it.
Yeah. It's all good now, though. Kinguin do concede the rounds, and we were talking before. We had the slight technical issues that was going to put them on the back foot. They've gone in for Deagles again, though. So they do still have some power coming through into this round. They'll be able to afford AKs in the next one, too. But Heroic are in great shape to start things off. Already 1s up, of course. It's a pretty packed, close qualifier. You know, most of these events have quite a lot of upcoming sort of tier 3, tier 4 teams, but you have like Mouse Sports and Envious in this qualifier, so there's going to be some real spicy games later on today.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to watch that as well. Right now, though, Yugi should be careful. Neo. Mouse, I'm sorry, gets the kill. No, Zenio. I always get confused when players keep switching up the nicknames, but
yeah,
he will get the kill. It's a bane for us, isn't it, Vince?
Like, I hate to see it, man. Every time someone's on the server with a fake nick, I just call them by their fake nick. Everyone gets triggered, of course, but I read what I see. I'm like Ron Burgundy in that sense. Mazzinho's going to go down, though. Modi, slam grenade, plumb on his face.
There's a bit of damage as well into Rowland, and you can see Nico, the SMG, the UMP is going in for the hunt, instantly takes down Rowland. The bomb is sneakily making its way towards A bomb side, but 3 players there. And I don't think this match going to go the way of Kinguin. Snappy, he's going to find Mihu. Hyper might actually be able to steal a kill here on the Snappy, but Flashbang comes in. Snappy looking for more. Nico's going to get the final kill, so pretty convincing round from Heroic. Kinguin will have nothing going their way 4-0, but we will see the buy coming out from Mihu and his men.
Indeed we shall. Was pretty awkward towards the end. Flashbangs landing in both the players' eyes on long, but USP triumphed in the end. And Yugi, who had a tailor-made spawn for a peek with the AWP, needs to be trying to utilize that. So let's see if he can get a pick for himself. If he's going to go for it. He is going to have a quick peek. Roland just round the corner. But he isn't peeking for now. He's going to play it passively. Make sure that no CTs get around the back of them.
Nico gets the kill. But Burning Alive and Hyper will make quick work of him. So equal trades coming in. Both the teams. So a little bit of initial aggression from Heroic towards connecting. Now Marty, he's kind of stuck all by his lonesome here towards Con, so he should be falling back because there's no one nearby to trade for him if Kinguin do go for a push there. But Kinguin, they're taking very slow again. We have Sparrow with the AWP right outside of Monster, looking for an aggression from the CTs. But Heroic, I'm actually liking what they're doing here on the CT side. You know, they're going for early aggression, falling back a bit, and now they're again re-aggressing mid-round. You can see over at A-Long, Marty and Yugi setting a trap here for Kinguin, but Kinguin, 55 seconds on the clock. They still don't seem to be committing to either bomb side, although the bomb is slowly making its way towards Monster.
Slowly being the operative words, still a T side of Monster for the time being. Starting to make a move now. Nest tag is laid in wait, but gets sprayed down from Mihu. The flashbang destroys him. And now Snappy, very much vulnerable behind enemy lines, it would almost seem. Not quite able to put his UMP to use. Down he will go. And in these kind of scenarios, I think Heroic have got the right idea. Sure, they're 4-0 up. They could buy in the next round, but Yugi's only on $950 as he invested in the AWP, so he just wants to save this, bolster up the economy. Kinguin have finally got themselves on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, and especially that kill on S-Tag, that flashbang was absolutely perfect. He got taken down, and then Snappy left all alone against 4 players barreling in his direction. And although I like what Yugi and Marty did, gambling on the fact that Kinguin might come up long, didn't quite pay out. They were too far away to go for the retake, and 2v4, like I said, best option here would be to go for the save. And Kinguin, doing sticking together, not really going for the hunt, or are they? Hyper seems to be feeling a little adventurous here. This Marty trying to find an exit, which he won't. So Kinguin, they get the first round on board. They give 4 players alive as well. For Heroic though, the AWP is salvaged along with the AK-47, and of course they're going to go for the buy. They've won 4-0, and most of the rounds they won were very convincing as well. So Kinguin, they get off the scoreboard here, 1 round on board, but Heroic still with a very good start.
Yeah, and just to highlight how convincing it was, collectively Kinguin have 4 kills. That's it. And we're in round 6 now. So yeah, it goes to show how dominant Heroic have actually been. as they look to continue the aggression, allowing them to go for a full-on buy with full nades as a result of that save. But Kinguin now at least have tasted blood. They have become accustomed to winning ways, and they'll be hoping to continue that on. It's very important for their economy that they do just that. I mean, one of the reasons that they did save and didn't go for an aggressive hunt on the weapons is that they themselves didn't have much economy. They couldn't afford to lose any AKs from that situation. And now through into this round, I mean, they've got a couple of players around 1,000. They could probably still force out a buy, but it would be nothing great if they did get slumped in this round.
Absolutely. Economy looking a little shaky for both the teams right now. So this round's going to be a pretty big decider here. If Heroic wins this, Kinguin will have to go for a very half-assed buy. And Yugi spots out a guy going towards connector. Won't be able to land it. I think that was a Rallen. I actually think he managed to graze him a bit there, but it was bullet. So Rallen's down 64 points of health. He will fall back. Again, Kinguin, a very similar T-side to what we saw in Cobblestone. Very slow-paced. And Mihu should be careful here. Yugi's got a flashbang primed and ready. And oh, Mihu, he somehow still comes out on top of Yugi with a quick trade. But the bomb is making its way to the B bomb side, where S-Tag and Snappy, they have a lot of work ahead of them.
Yeah, and S-Tag's been flashed as well, twice in total, leaving Modi all by himself. And S-Tag, of course, flash, couldn't see where his crosshair was, but the placement was completely off. Snappy, though, round the corner with 2. Is keeping the dream alive in this round, but not able to get any more than just that. And now Yugi and his AWP have the small matter of a 1-on-2. That molly could actually end up taking the life of Mazzini, who's very close to death on 8 health, backs away. Yugi has an idea of where one of the players is, no idea on the second. So it's going to be taking up valuable time. He does have a kit, but he has no nades. And he'd be expecting to have at least one of these players. I mean, if I'm in this situation, I'm thinking one might be around Monster and one short. With 2 players being on short, this is going to be brutal, but they line up for him, and he so nearly gets the double spray. That would have been a facepalm moment, but Kinguin have just navigated their way through to a victory.
They almost managed to throw it, Vince. They almost lined it. That's ridiculous. But, like you said, Heroic, they will go for the force, but this high is not that great. 3 M4s, the UMP, and again, something we're seeing from both the teams, especially from Heroic, is how they prefer to go for the rifle bars instead of, you know, stocking up on utility. That's kind of strange, especially in a map like Overpass, and even in Cobblestone we saw this as well. They're relying on pure firepower. Now, I don't know, I'm never been a big fan of this, because if they try doing this against some of the more, you know, the better teams, the tier 1 teams, they're just going to get completely destroyed.
Yeah, exactly, and they will be playing against some solid teams if they do progress through to the later stages of the Malmö qualifiers. And if they qualify for Malmö, now that is a stacked tournament. You have the best and brightest taking part. But that's very far in the future. Even today is going to be a marathon for both of these teams. Orok certainly in the driver's seat, but Sparrow was able to take down Nico. Didn't capitalize on what was offered to him. I mean, he's down to 56. Definitely not a worthwhile trade, especially considering there's only a flash and a smoke now. Horok did force buy into this round. They desperately need to make it stick, otherwise Kinguin should be bringing us even and could actually start to take a lead on this T half if Horok aren't careful.
Absolutely, and look at the utility remaining on Heroic. They have a smoke, 1 flashbang, and Yugi actually peeked out towards long and didn't spot out the fact that Rallen is actually lurking towards long, but the bomb is making its way here. Now Rallen, he's actually making a little bit of noise, probably trying to keep the CTs over the A bomb side. Meanwhile, though, Snappy finds one, but Sparrow with a quick trade. There's no one on the B bomb side. If they just rush in here, they can get the bomb down. They can get a free plant. It's going to be a 4v3 as well. Although Modi is going to take the fight. They have no utility remaining. He's going to drop into water. He's going to get the first kill to Mozinio. Bomb yet to get planted. 40 seconds on the clock here. Mihu's going to get a kill, but Modi going big. Bomb, 10 seconds on the clock. He needs to get this down. It's going to be Modi. He's going to finally get taken down. 6 seconds remaining on the clock now. And Yugi with the off from above, trying to find something. Rounds off a shot to cover the sound of him falling down towards the water. Spot on Mihu gets the kill, but the trade is going to come in. No, it's not. Yugi's still alive. 39 points of well, Rallen. He needs last shots and finally he's going to finish off Yugi. Oh my god. Oh, Yugi. You got a feel for him.
Has Rallen been to, like, the Stormtroopers School of Aim or something? Like, how did he not kill Yugi several times before the end? That was a pocket butthole moment if you're Kinguin. It's like, mate, kill him, for God's sake. He's got an AWP.
Oh, if Yugi had landed a no-scope, that would have just been Horrendous. But Kinguin survive. They get to 3 rounds, and with that, they have successfully broken Heroic's money. They have no cash to work with. You even see Yugi just, you know, just jumping around at CD spawn, just talking things out with his teammates, saying, "All right, what are we gonna do now?" As Kinguin, they're wasting no time, just barreling into the B bomb side, where Modi, P50, is doing a little bit of damage. Vino is actually down to 3 points of health. Nico gets a kill with the Deagle. All right then, but Snappy, he's gonna find more. He's got a 5-7. Oh, he gets another one. This is a lot of damage being inflicted. Nico with a Deagle, another one. Okay, he's living up to his name. Bomb down as well. This is looking a little rough here for Kinguin.
Kinguin lose from this point. I don't even know what to say. The tilt will be real. Nico is not going to get it done, but did do a lot of economic damage, as you say. And now they're coming through into a rifle round. Mihu's down to 3.7k. Sure, they can drop for him, but they're going to be depleting quite a lot of these funds. So, sure, it's 4-4, but Heroic now with a really good buy. All they need to start doing is picking off a few stragglers at the start of the round. That's what saw them take a 4-0 lead in the first place. They were just so aggressive. They were getting the picks. They were managing to get themselves back to the site and just convert from 1 or 2 player advantages. Let's see if they can make it stick this time, though.
Yugi with the AWP. So, even though Kinguin, they win the round, it's been so close, they have barely any money to work with. Still very neck to neck, 4 rounds for both the teams. And Yugi, what's he gonna do? The op train towards Quanti. And Hyper, he's gonna get the kill onto S-Tag. He was actually pushing out for Monster, trying to be the look. He's gonna catch him off guard. However, Yugi, misses the shot. Instead, he's tagged on 21 points of health. This is very, very rough here for Heroic. Already a man down. Yugi down to 21 points of health. And Kinguin, things looking good this round.
Yeah, Yuki's gone off the boil a little bit on these last few rounds. Hyper's there for 1, gets traded out instantly by Modi, so pretty important frag, but still Yugi on 21 health on A by himself. Needs to hope that Nico can make a hero play with his aggression, getting down into connector, but Modi's died on B. That opens up B completely for the taking. Barring some miracle AWPing, this is going to get planted, and it will be another round to Kinguin, which is going to put them 5 rounds in a row on their T side. And to make matters worse, Mihu is on the prowl. He's on the hunt for this AWP, and Yugi could get caught on the truck. Meanwhile, bomb's going to get planted on the site, and Nico wants no part of this. He's already gone way back towards long. It is going to be a save. Kinguin will take the lead.
I don't believe how Mihu and Yugi missed each other. Just a matter of seconds there. I don't think you noticed it, but Modi, I actually had my POV on him. He got caught with his nade out. That's got to be gutting as well over the B bomb side. So Kinguin get round number 5. Let's take a look at the money real quickly for Heroic. They've lost 5 rounds in a row here, so they will have max loss bonus. However, you have 2 guns saved. You could probably, you know, just go for the force at this juncture, because it is going to be max loss bonus. Or would you rather go for a full save?
I think we'll see a force, to be honest. Yeah, they're going to drop a weapon from both the 2 surviving members and then just try and rock it out with a UMP and an extra M4. I mean, they're by solid. Sure, Nico's on only a smoke, but everyone else is pretty solid. They got plenty of kits. They're good to go. Right back into this round. Now, of course, if they don't have the round loss bonus, then it is going to be a save, almost guaranteed. But they're now behind for the first time on their choice of Overpass. They had a rough start on their CT-side of Cobblestone, but that's a whole different ball game as a map. I'd say this is a lot more CT-sided than Cobblestone is.
Absolutely. Sparrow is going to open things up, gets the kill. Oh! Nico with a double man spray down. He doesn't take any damage either. It's 93 points of health. That's a great trade going the way of Heroic. And for once, the man advantage will go their way after quite a while. Hyper, in the meantime, has been great in the look towards Monster. Slowly sneaking in towards B. Yugi with the up. Oh, he gets attacked. 3 points of is all Hyper has, but he will get the kill. And he manages to neutralize the man advantage Heroic had for a few seconds. Now it's a 3v3.
Hyper is low. Oh, Mihu certainly aren't. To Mihu's put down Modi. Sure, he lost 89 health. That kill is so important. Downside is they have to go back to retrieve the bomb. It's going to cost them a little bit of time, but they have plenty of that to spare. Both Heroic players, opposite sides of the map, completely isolated from one another. Nico's going to go for an aggressive play up long, but now S-Tag, the weight of the world, about to fall on his shoulders. I do not envy his position here, Blair. He needs to get kills.
He can get kills though, because Hyper and Mew, they're both internally bleeding. That's all down to Rowland. Because as tag, he can shut this down single-handedly. He doesn't have backup anywhere close by. He's gonna spot the first guy, gets to kill the round. That is huge, because their other two players are so low. Come on, HP of 16. He's gonna find another one. Gets the third.
Damn.
With a headshot as well. S-Tag, sexy. 3 frags there.
Very nice, yeah. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. With 2 of them so low, he just needs to get that first kill, and then suddenly things barrel out of control for Kinguin. But take nothing away from S-Tag, that is just solid play. Cool, calm, and collected. I should mention as well, those 3 kills were the first 3 of the map for him. He was on 0 and 5 up until that point, so that's one hell of a confidence boost, one hell of a way to kick things off.
Absolutely, 0 to 5. They did have a rough start indeed now. Heroic, they tie things back up, but Kinguin will have the guns to work with. A lot of Molotovs being purchased, and they're not wasting any time going for any fountains control. They're actually going towards second pipes, the alt pipes, whatever you call it, and we have Mihu playing right outside Monster. They have pretty decent summer map control. Heroic playing very passively. They just have a couple of guys towards A short. No one in connector. It's a fast play coming in towards B. Oh, this is chaotic round. He's gonna get the first kill, but S-Tag with a nade. He finds someone. Snappy's gonna get a kill as well. Picks up a double kill. And now the bomb is dropped. It's all down to Mihu. All of a sudden, what just happened there? 1v3 Mihu. He's gonna get triple peeked here. He's gonna find Nico to shut him down. Round number 6 for Heroic. Kinguin trying to speed things up, but in the end, getting completely shut down.
I mean, they were force-fed that sweet Danish sausage. Just couldn't get anything done there, Blair. It was just straight in.
In the face, yeah?
Yeah, in and around the face. And Kinguin, you're going to see Sparrow on a Tech 9, but this is more of an equalized buy. All around $2,000. I mean, that's typically where the cutoff point is for terrorists. It allows them AKs and nades with this amount of round loss. Gives them a little bit of power to play with, but there's not a great deal. Tech 9, couple of P250s. They had a smoke, it's already been tossed out. And Yugi should be favourite to hold down Bathroom alongside Nico. It should be a bloodbath. But Nico actually switching weapons nearly cost him his life. If Hyper has anything other than a Glock, he very well probably would have died.
Lucky Nico. Yugi finds 3 kills there. Easy pickings. Whoa, picks up a quad kill as well. Eco Bash coming in from Heroic. 7 to 5. But for Kinguin, here's the thing, right? 5 rounds on Overpass is usually, on the T side, is usually something you can definitely work with on the CD side. But then again, it's Kinguin, right? They're all over the place. Sometimes they're just like stomping on everyone, and other times they're losing to teams I've never heard of. So I don't know. Yeah. Heroic, I'd still say Heroic are in a very advantageous position at the moment. Oh,
you hit the nail on the head. That's the issue with Kinguin. They can pull off these nice results, but then they get knocked down by like tier 10 teams, you know? And you're scratching your head thinking, well, what the hell? The consistency is not there for them. I say their CT side is really lacking on most maps, actually. That's what we saw on Cobblestone. I'm expecting more of the same here on Overpass. I mean, I don't want to be negative, but Heroic just simply have played higher tier teams. But Mazinho, take nothing away from him. Give an AK in his hands. He's going to spray down heads alongside Rollins. So this round got terrifying real quick from 1 to 100.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. There were 2 guys who peaked Mozinho, but he still got both the kills. Should not have happened. The trade should have definitely come in. So we do see S-Tag pushing into his Monster, trying to get some real estate for his team. Snappy's all by his lonesome on the A-bomb side. 3 players coming in his direction. I'm not sure why the bomb is still way at the back with Rowland. He's got the op. Slowly sneaking his way up. It's all going to come down and Snappy, but oh, this could be huge. S-Tag, look at where he is. If he gets to kill, oh no, the bomb's down. This is horrendous for Kinguin. What is going on? S-Tag now in a 1v3. A couple of the players are kind of low as well. They know where he is. He's going to get the kill. No, he doesn't. Mouse will take him down. Oh my god. Vince.
I could feel the tilt in your voice when that bomb started to trickle down the staircase. You were done at that point.
I thought I only saw this in Asian Counter-Strike. Which is what I cast almost all the time. You invited me, you're like, let's cast some EUCS. I'm like, yeah boy, let's go. And then see these things, I'm like, no, I'm getting PTSD, man.
Send me back to Asian casting. Let's go. Tag me in, coach. Yeah, that was looking pretty rough, but fair play to Kinguin. They did manage to salvage the round after all. But that was looking incredibly tense for a moment. They do convert the opening explosion of frags, and it was all just down to dueling. It seemed like Heroic were getting picked off one by one as they tried to aggress through connector. There's Mazinho that got 2 kills from there, so maybe Heroic can decide not to bother with that side of the map again.
Yugi is in for a wall of pain. Still going to get the kill. Gets the spray right, but doesn't get a second kill. But it's conveyed information, and we do see rotation coming in. Modi, but the bomb is actually falling back. Kinguin, rather than having none of it, he's down 22 points of health. The question is, are they going to re-aggress back towards the A bomb side? This question because Nico's pushing pretty deep towards A short. He can actually catch a guy and connect her off guard. I think that's Mouse, but he's waiting patiently.
Patience proving to be a virtue. Mazinho goes in for the kill onto Nico. It does bring it back in favour of Kinguin once again. 40 seconds left on the clock. And Kinguin seemingly hungry for an A play. They are going to be up against Modi, who's coming up through the dumpster. He's going to mitigate the smoke, and that could actually catch Kinguin off guard if they're not careful. If they don't check the spot, there's one. Modi's going to be pop flashing to try and go in for re-peeks. He knows there's a player next to him on the truck, but it's not able to do anything. And I saw Snappy, who's miles out of position. He was nowhere near the rest of his team. Maybe hoping that it was be a fake into a B hit, but that will be Kinguin taking the round 7-7. We could have a carbon copy of that first map.
Absolutely, this is looking it's looking pretty interesting. I'm a little curious, like, how Heroic are playing the CD side now. They're gambling a lot in the fact that, like, they aggress up towards A short or towards bathrooms, and sometimes they go towards long, and they're just pretty much gambling purely on the fact that Kinguin are not going to be coming in, you know, towards the other parts of the map which are not being spotted out. That's exactly what happened there. Yugi was just caught with his pants down. He was just jump spotting towards the bathrooms. He had no eyes over in long, and the two guys were already right in his face by the time he spotted him out. Luckily, he got one kill at the very least before got taken down, but that could have easily been the round right there itself for Kinguin. And in the end, it didn't work out for them. I think Heroic are playing a little too reactive right now on the CD side. They're not really going for any map control, not going for the bathrooms control, not really pressurizing Kinguin. And Kinguin basically have the entire map to play with. They can do whatever they want. They can go for any place. They can go for late rotations, late fakes, whatever they want to do. And I think this could be a problem for Heroic, because right now, looking at the money, this is a desperation buy. The final round, they got to go for whatever they have. 2 Deagle to CZ, UMP, M4. Decent some utility though, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, if you just look at pure firepower, then absolutely. Kinguin are odds-on favourite to take this round and take the lead again. But pistols in this game have a reputation for a reason. That's a tag. He's dead and buried alongside his compadre of Modi. And just like that, B-side has been battered. And it gets a whole lot worse as Mazinho again, not for the first time, is battening down the hatch and connector. Going for some desperation peaks now. You can understand in this kind of a situation, but cost Yugi his life. And Snappy, living on a prayer, is able to get one, but 3 more players. And Hyper is one of them. 8-7. Kinguin do battle back. I mean, at one point it was, what, 4-0, I think, to Heroic? So yep. Kinguin really turned that around fast, and this is anybody's map.
It's anybody's map indeed. But Kinguin, what can they do on the CD side? That is the question. Because one thing Heroic have shown me, at least so far in this game, has been they just don't care. They're just aggressing in so insanely, like on a pistol round. And I'm expecting to see. Okay, I'm betting that they're going to be going for 5 Glocks and armor and just going to push out B with no utility whatsoever.
Yeah, it's possible, isn't it? That would be 4 and 4 if they did just that. As a cobblestone, they picked up nothing but Kevlar. The first half of this, nothing but Kevlar. I do worry, though, that on a map like... Well, Wonder, I suppose, is the correct term. On a map like Overpass, if you want to aggress on either side, then a smoke is actually so useful. With Glocks, it can cordon off one area. You're looking at the likes of Monster if you're going to go on B, or potentially like the dumpster or bank or something on A. So we'll just have to wait and see here if your prediction is correct or not.
Well, I really do like Overpass. Like I don't think we saw enough of Overpass at Cologne. We saw a lot of the other maps, but if you look at it from a tactical perspective, this is a map which rewards teams who play a more tactical style of Counter-Strike, who like using their utility, who go for slow map control and whatnot. There's so much potential in this map, and to be honest, I'm yet to see that from either of these two teams. Most of them just going for contact plays, just pure aggression plays, which you see on maps more like, I don't know, like on Mirage, for example, or Dust 2, or Dust. So let's see what Heroic... Oh no, they bought a smoke and a flash.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked. It was a valiant attempt, to be fair.
It was an educated guess.
Indeed. I mean, if you look at the pattern, it definitely didn't lie, but it is going to be a smoke and flash And I believe the Snappy actually dropped a P250 across to Yugi, allowing him to be more of a raid boss with the Kevlar behind it. And they are stacking up outside a monster. And they also have S-Tag in connector to make sure that the Kinguin aren't trying any shenanigans through there. And meanwhile, Nico was originally looking up middle, but now he's joining the rest of his team. So suggests to me we're about to have that go button punched and Heroic charge onto the B site.
4 CTs waiting for them. They even have Rowland from Heaven, Sniper's Nest with a USP. Smoke's gonna come in, and here comes the play. Charging in Hyper with the P2K. Gonna get immediately dinged up, but it's still a guy over Toxic. They haven't spotted, right? It's Nico who's completely blinded. Now everyone's blind, but Nico's gonna get the kill. Mouse does reply back with a bomb. He's getting planted. This is utter complete chaos. Mouse with 2 more kills. Rowland's gonna pick up one of his own as well. Now, S-Stack, he's gonna fall. Snappy all alone in a 1v4. What's he gonna do? Nothing is the answer from Sparrow. He's gonna kiss him good night. What a round from Kinguin. That was crazy.
Just balls to the wall aggression from both teams. Those are the kind of set plays I love watching. Just a frenzy of action, and oddly enough, it seemed like more casualties fell on Kinguin, but they only lost 1 player in that round. It was only Mihu that went down. The rest of the team was able to hold firm and land themselves a bunch of kills. So now Heroic into a buy. So we saw Kinguin go for a similar idea after getting their bomb plant on the first half of Overpass here. They went straight in for a buy. They actually, I think, went for a couple of UMPs as opposed to these Tech 9s, but this is a very powerful purchase.
This can actually work out as well. I mean, it is Tech 9s and Deagle. Nowadays, it seems like even the Glocks can get kills if Cloud9 showed us. So, you never know what's going to happen here. Did you see the smoke from S-Tag? Ooh, get spotted out by player jump boosting. 4 guys again for Kinguin over in the B bomb side. Nade sailing and it's doing a lot of damage. Hyper is going to get the kill, and this is looking very rough indeed. They're getting mowed down by Mouse as Nico does reply back, but it's all on Yugi. What can he do? Nothing. As the answer, Round's going to take him down. Another very convincing round from Kinguin. They've just lost 2 players in the past 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's both for Mihu. Feels bad, man. He's having a bit of a rough time on the B site, but I'm sure he's just fine as long as the rest of his team dig him out of any ditches that they find themselves in. And for Heroic, second consecutive time, they've only got 1 kill. That's not good enough for the purchase that they just went in with. And therefore, they are coming through in this round with full Glocks. This is a throwaway round. This is going to be Kinguin. Barring some ridiculous play by one of Heroic or a massive throw, this is going to be 11-7, which is a great start to the CT half now for Kinguin. Yugi picks bullets over fire. Can't really blame him for that decision. And the rest of the team are just getting sprayed out. They do at least get 1 kill back, but that's all. That's all she wrote for this round.
Very quick round. At least Miho doesn't die this time around, so yeah. Hyper is able to fall. But Kinguin, 3 rounds back-to-back, have lost just 3 players. That's great for their economy as well. And for M4s, they have the UMP, the AMP on Rowland. A lot of utility to work with as well. For Heroic, the 5 AKs, 5 smokes, and 2 Molotovs. A handful of flashes as well to work with. Let's see where to go with this. No ops yet in either of the 2 teams, though.
Yeah, Kinguin deciding to keep their weapons makes a lot of sense, but if they do lose any players here and win the round, you expect to see Sparrow pick one up for himself. Rowland showed himself, though, to be a pretty solid AWPer. Sparrow had a bit of a rough cobblestone, but a hyper-aggressive maneuvers by Rowland. I mean, the UMP's not the greatest at range, especially after the nerf that it received, but he's still making it work. Sparrow chimes in for an assist. 1-4 trade. Snappy and Rowland both pretty low. That 1-4 trade actually probably will slightly favour Heroic when they get through to the latter stages of this round. That's, of course, if they can keep themselves with this advantage intact.
Sparrow, all by his lonesome towards long. Just waiting patiently. With Roland just trying to clear out connector. At least for Kinguin, they do have some control towards the B short area. And Mouse takes a lot of damage. He's down to 42 points of health. He's going to fall back Yugi. He's going to find Sparrow towards long. This is looking rough here for Kinguin. Heroic now again with the man advantage. Smoke's going to come in towards Monster as Hyper and Mouse. They're trying to delay this inevitable push. But look at where Rowland is. Now, if he decides to come in towards... Oh, no. He's going to be going towards Fountain. And Yugi single-handedly tossing a smoke towards A, and it's trying to draw out a rotation. The B-bomb set's completely empty. He's single-handedly bamboozled Kinguin.
He sure is. Looking to try and force their way up onto this side of the map now. Well, S-Tag and the rest of Heroic, but he is getting around the back of them. I'm not sure if it's actually going to stop the plants. It won't. but he's made no noise in his approach, and now he can bide his time and wait to strike, and there's the first one onto S-Tag. Not sure where the second player is. Now he finds out. Snappy's in water, takes him down. It's all on Yugi. Both players almost identical health. In actual fact, both on 38, but positionally, this is definitely in favor of Yugi, who gets the spray down onto Rarlan. And that flank not quite paying off, but at least it takes down a few heroic players. Their economy in pretty bad shape, but that's the first round for heroic on their T side.
Yeah, I think it all came down to, on the flank, how was it Hyper who spotted, or was it Rallen who spotted out, I think just spotted a foot of one of the players pushing in through Monster. So immediately the two CTs who were actually going back over to A, they immediately rotated to B, but in the end was not to be. Yugi clutching it out. He's really been quite on point, if you ask me, this entire map. Now 11-8. Like I mentioned, money is not that great here for heroic. They have a Galil, they have a UMP, 3 AKs to work with, and this time around they're going to be going for some playground control. Are they going to be going towards the long? Because there's no one there for Kinguin. Sparrow with the op. They do see the smokes and they hear a couple of flashbangs popping, and that's actually going to draw the Rallen. He's going to be jump spotting towards the long. This is going to get interesting here. We already see Mihu as well falling back towards bank to bolster the A side defense. And heroic, not much utility. They have enough for just probably one take, 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and 2 flashbangs. Time, a minute on the clock, so they have some time to work with. And here comes the play.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head though. With only 2 smokes left, they pretty much have one take at this. If they want the smoke screen to be in effect, they've got a couple Molotovs too. And it's going to be a full on-set play. So Molly from Yugi landing around the truck. Rarlan's going to be playing off the APC, spraying through the smoke, and does land quite a bit of damage. That forces out a couple of players to spray back in return. So now the gig is up. They know exactly what's coming against them. There's going to be no ruse, or at least nothing that will catch Kinguin unawares. It's going to have to come down to entry fragging power. Sparrow is going to nearly burn alive, and actually will do to Nico. In the meanwhile, Mihu also burns. What the hell is happening here, Kinguin? How is this round even getting close? And now they're going to go down. That was in the palm of their hand, and somehow they let it slip out. 11-9. Unbelievable.
Okay then. Alright. I have nothing to say there. I have nothing to add there, Vince. 2 guys getting fried alive at the same time. And with that, Kinguin's money is just wrecked. Heroic, I mean, they had no chance of winning that round. Kinguin knew exactly where they were. They were trapped there. They had 4 guys towards long. And I don't know, Vince.
I don't think you can analyze that, honestly, Blair. Otherwise, your mind might literally just melt, you know? It doesn't make sense. Some things in life just don't make sense, mate. That's one of them.
That's one of them. Indeed it was. Sparrow! I don't know what he was doing standing in the flames. Like, sure, he wanted to land a shot, but when it took too long, he was still standing in the flames, just waiting to find something. He got taken down. Nico got taken down. And, sorry, I think it was Mouse who got taken down as well. I just don't get it. In the meantime, they're okay. Pistol's going to work. Mouse will pick up the M4, although they have no armor to work with. So advantage still with heroic, but they're losing a couple of guns they really shouldn't have.
That's very true. Thing is, though, all things considered, heroic still have this round in their grasp. It would take some kind of a Kinguin throw from that previous round to lose from this stage. They've got an M4, but they have no Kevlar. And Mazinho can count himself lucky. He didn't get outright fragged. I think a pixel of Dumpster just saved his life, because he got AWP'd, but down to 44 as opposed to the outright kill. Mew from behind, though, is going to pretty much just push Nico's head against that box and just rip it off. Yugi comes back with 1. That should be this round over, as Modi has the crossfire established. 1 round at deficit. But Kinguin taking 3 weapons out that round, really not bad. And plus the kill bonus they'll get is going to afford them a few more nades.
Absolutely heroic. Although, yeah, 2 of the players rather, have an average of $5,000, but the rest of them, 2 of them below $1,000. So those 3 weapons lost might come and bite them in the butt later on down the line here. But for now, Kinguin, they're going to go for the buy again here. Sparrow with the AWP looking for the fight towards mid. The Molotov's actually going to stop heroic in the tracks here over near the slope. And Sparrow, oh, he misses a sitter. He gets taken by Nico. Marty's going to find Mouse in the meantime. And just like that, with still 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the round, Kinguin are 2 men down. I don't know how Sparrow's missing these shots.
As I said before as well, dude, he very similar to Cobblestone, right? I mean, we even said at one stage he had 10 kills, the rest of his team were on between 15 and 20, just didn't have the impact you're expecting. And then Roland picked up the second AWP and a couple of double AWP setups, and he seemingly got 3 or 4 kills with the AWP, so maybe switch that around, I'm not sure. Maybe just stick with full assault rifles if the AWP isn't working for you. Speaking of Roland, he gets drilled through smoke in the head. And, well, that is pretty much the round laid to rest. I can't see how Hyper and Mihu pull this out the ashes.
Nothing seems to be going the way of Kinguin at the moment. And again, Vince, like I mentioned, it's like deja vu all over again. Audi finds one, but Hyper, now they know exactly where he is. Heroic, they should get around number 11 here, bombs down. And are they going to go for the hunt, though, is the question. The money, still not that great.
Indeed. It's not as if they can afford to throw away 3 or 4 assault rifles here. And to be fair, they may not even need to. Yugi lands the shot onto Hyper, who again can count himself lucky. I think it was in his legs. So he's down to 35, and now they are going to look to try and pinch him. They know that he's weak, they know roughly where he is. The element of surprise has been taken off the table. This is an off angle if ever you've seen one, by the way. This typically would not be an angle you want to use, but he's actually using the fact that they know where he is against them. But 1 kill for 1 is definitely worth the Heroic at the end of that round. It just leaves Kinguin in a horrendous position.
Absolutely. I think we have attack balls getting called as well, unless I'm very much mistaken. So Kinguin, rough days. I think it's a 4th round loss bonus as well.
Yep.
Yep, it is. So might be seeing a few pistols and armor. There we go. Hyper already purchasing some Kevlar and a Deagle. So I'm expecting most of the players to go for that as well. Because there's going to be a max loss bonus kicking in the next round. They should be able to go for a pretty convincing buy. But Heroic, now's a great opportunity for them to be in the lead here. It's all about how they play their anti-eco. Because they have shown, yes, they are aggressive. Yes, they are playing better than Kinguin at the moment. But I'm still not very convinced by either team's anti-ecos. They're like losing too many players against pistols, which really shouldn't be happening at this level.
I certainly agree. I think the issue, though, for Kinguin is that they haven't been able to capitalize on the chance they've been given. I mean, sure, Heroic are 11-11, they won the first map, but I'm fairly confident that even if they win the map from here, they will be far from happy about how they played. You know, because you come against a team like Mousesports later in the event, likes of Rops and Oscar are just going to melt you if you make these mistakes. They will not give you a second chance. Kinguin, however, don't have many options available to them. They're going to go for pistols. Equalize the economy. As you say, 4 rounds in loss bonus is coming to them, so they'll have a very healthy buy in the next round. Curious to see if we do see another AWP, or maybe even a double AWP setup for Kinguin, because Sparrow just simply isn't doing that much with it. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. As we do see Yugi with the AWP. They're playing very, very passive here. Are Heroic. They know Kinguin might be on a 4 spy. Snappy, he's on a fact-finding mission. They do have the 2 SMGs, the 2 UMPs. That is on Snappy and S-Tag. Just looking to figure out where a potential stack might be for Kinguin. But Kinguin, they're playing very, again, very default. They have Mihu over at long, right next to the tree, who's gonna fall by.
Yeah, he's gonna be backing away for the time being, alongside the rest of his team. Triple stack on a aggressive by Mazinho, who is in a similar position to what we actually saw Snappy in a few times when Heroic on the CT side.
Oh, the smoke. They've already got completely juked here. Everyone's in B, and now they know it's going to be an A play. Heroic have played this to perfection. They're going to get the bomb down, and you can see Kinguin is trying to inflict a little bit of damage because they know they're going to get the loss bonus anyways. And Mihu, P215, and he actually gets the kill. Snappy, Monty to fall as well. How are you losing these players? And Mouse with the AK, he will run to the hills. Save it for the next round. Maybe to see Mihu on 17 HP, still trying to find something S-Tag. Should be careful. He's dancing around with the UMP. But the round will be won by Heroic. 12-11. Kinguin. Double op. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. Sparrow, the thing with Sparrow is, like, even though he's been missing a lot of shots, he's been being very iffy, Vince. They've just entrusted him with the AWP. They're like, you know what? Even if you're missing a shot, it's okay. We still believe in you. I think you can still wield the big green gun, and I actually like that. Like, we've seen many a times in many international teams, right? When your main opera's not hitting the shot, sometimes they'll be like, you know what? Stop opping. Just pick up a rifle, give it to someone else, and that it crushes you. It crushes you as a player.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Because I mean, CS is so confidence-based, right? It's very much a mental game. And if you have very little confidence in your AWP, it's obviously going to affect him. But I wonder what the cut-off point is. Like, at what point do you say, look, the AWP just isn't working. Maybe let's go back to assault rifles, you know? Maybe try a different tactic. Maybe try a different way of getting into this. Now, for all we know, Sparrow is a very capable AWPer. That's why it's been kind of surprising to me that he hasn't been landing that many shots. Maybe he just starts teeing off. Maybe he just shifts into a different gear now and gets Kinguin along the finish line. But they're on a very thin tightrope right now, and they're wobbling. Heroic, they're on the brink of breaking economy once again and getting themselves a couple steps away from this best of 3 victory.
Sparrow with the op, completely blinded, but it's gonna be holding on his trigger finger, not rattling off a shot yet. Should be careful. There's a guy towards bathrooms trying to sneak out, and Rollin, he needs backup from his teammates here. But Heroic, okay. It looked like they were going to be going for a faster play, but they've actually slowed things down a little bit. It's Yugi. Rip. Ah, Sparrow's having a rough day, isn't he, Vince?
It's not a fun day at the office.
And Hyper, should be careful here. Smoke's going to come in. And they toss him towards long. Round's going to get 1 kill. Hyper with the op. He's going to find S-Tag. While you're flying back, and Hyper in the flames, not able to land a flick shot, and the bomb site is in control with Heroic. They should be able to get the bomb down here. Aldemir, who's just pushing it through the smoke, is going to get a kill, but it's so very low. Nico's going to take him down. It's all on the mouse now in a 1v2.
I don't know where he is, but as soon as he rattles off the first couple of rounds, of course, his position will be compromised. I do like that Nico's making the long trek all the way around into bathrooms. This is going to completely wreck Mazzinho. Unless he can get this first kill really fast, this ultimately is the round over. He has an incendiary. He'd rather have a smoke in this kind of a scenario. He has no idea who these players are, and raw timing will get the better of him. And I don't know if you just got a map restart, but I certainly did.